Chiefs Kingdom, what's going on? We appreciate hanging out with us on our Tuesday live show, one of 3 this week. And man, oh man, I'm excited to be here. I'm excited to get to talk with you and share some exclusive Chiefs content directly from Las Vegas. We appreciate you, and let's get this comment section rolling bright and early here as we get a Who You Got? Chiefs, KC, Niners type SF. I want to see the comments flooded with KC. Let's make sure YouTube knows this is the biggest stream on YouTube right now. Type those KCs. I see Tony Fuentes in the chat. I see Euphorics. I see Random Gaming. I see EXE Monkey. Random Gaming, Euphorics, Kyle Wish. Tammy Jackson's in the chat. Random Gaming's hanging out with us. Stefan is in the chat. Anita is in the chat. Kevin, Julie Andrews, Stefan. All hanging out with us. Tony or Raffle is on the way, my guy. Should be headed to you soon. Jan Rockefeller's in the chat. One Day Off Prospecting's in the chat. Type those KCs. Come on, let's get this party started the right way. The only way I know how, and that's with some KCs in the chat. Lisa Cheney hanging out with us, typing the KCs. Man, Super Bowl week. I need some more energy from y'all. I need everybody to just spam it. Just every time, spam KC as much as possible. Lamoni Robinson, Rashid Rice, Christopher Hick is in the chat typing KC. We need some more energy. It's Super Bowl week. We got 3 live shows. This is the first of 3 over the next 2 days. Guess what? Man, it's going to be a good week. So type those KCs. Let's get this party rolling bright and early here and make sure this entire week is filled with a lot of fun. Rashid Rice and Tony Fuentes and Christopher Hicks. Now, I see you got the KCs, but where are you watching from? Shout out your city, because I got to know, where is Chiefs Kingdom on this amazing Tuesday ahead of the Super Bowl with the 49ers? Kyle EXE still typing those KCs. Shout out to everybody who's spamming those. Shout out to everybody who's spamming those. Tony Fuentes from El Paso. Tammy Jackson saying, go Chiefs. Tony Rashid from South Carolina. Simon the Buckeye from KCs. Stefan saying Stockholm, Sweden. Let's go. DJ from Hagerstown, Maryland. Christopher from Pleasant Hill, Iowa. Brisbro from Wichita. Jan Rockefeller, Kansas City is where I am. Go Chiefs. Kevin Mitchell Sr. from Kansas City, Missouri. Simon the Buckeye typing KC. Julie Andrews from Austin, Texas. Choctaw native Tulsa. Lamoni from Miller, Missouri. DJ, making sure we know. And then Ty Man the Buckeye, as always. OHIO. Yeah, why not? Let's get some. Why not? What do we got here? We got Jacqueline Ray on the sticks. He says, let's run a clip. Let's do it. We got some exclusive content. Let's go a good one. You want to do the Isaiah Pacheco one where he says he's different? I think that's my favorite one. Yeah, that's my favorite one. We're going to show you some exclusive content. If you missed it from last night, Isaiah Pacheco talked about, well, who he compares himself, who he tries to run like, and, well, let's just say nobody.
You have a very physical running style, but you have the speed to get to the outside and breakaway speed as well. Right now and growing up, which running backs did you emulate your game after?
None of them. I'm different. Shout out to my OGs though. AP, Big Bro, always show love on the FaceTime calls when I connect. They reached out to me. It's love, bro, always.
I couldn't picture a better running back to be the Kansas City Chiefs RB in Super Bowl 58. And if you love Isaiah Pacheco, do me a favor, hit the like button on this video, because I'm telling you, I love Pacheco. Hit that like button so I know you love him too. It's a good time to be a Chiefs fan. And like he said, he's different. You can't compare him to anybody. He is his own breed, and he will make a new breed of running backs in the NFL that will say, I want to be like Isaiah Pacheco. But Isaiah Pacheco, well, he's like nobody else. You know what else is like nobody else? The Game Time app. You can get $20 off your first purchase by using code ChiefsChat. And if you're looking for tickets to the big game, you want to go to Vegas, guess what? By using code VEGAS100, you're going to get $100 off. And I'm telling you, there's a lot of stuff you can do in Vegas with $100. You could probably turn that into $1,000. Now, Game Time is the fast and easy way to buy tickets for all the sports, music, comedy, and theater events near you. With killer last-minute deals, all-in prices, views from your seat, and their best price guarantee, Game Time takes the guesswork out of buying tickets. Now, the app is super user-friendly, and they have a ton of flash deals and zone deals, and it's super easy to find and buy tickets to every kind of event in your area. Now, obviously, the Chiefs have just the Super Bowl left, but if you're in Kansas City, you're in Missouri, you want to go watch some nice baseball, Bobby Witt Jr., 11-year, big contract for the kid. Go watch him. Royals, Twins, opening day, Kauffman Park. Go check it out. I'm telling you, it's a really beautiful area. Got to spend some time there in the team store. Man, I almost bought a Bobby Witt shirt. I kind of wish I did now. But hey, you can get $20 off your first purchase by using code ChiefsChat. But again, if you're going to the big game, you're going to watch the Chiefs, guess what? You can get $100 off that ticket by using code Vegas100. You're not going to want to miss out. $100 is a lot of money to save. Now, I'm telling you, go do it because it's going to take the guesswork out of buying tickets for you. So, go use that code Vegas100 for $100 off the big game ticket. Or if you're not going to the game, you still have that deal where if you download the Game Time app and then use code ChiefsChat, you're going to get $20 off your first purchase. So download the Game Time app today for last-minute tickets and the lowest price guaranteed. And I'm telling you what, you pair that by getting your $100 deposit match at Prize Picks, you're just rolling in the money. The savings, it's the best time. Now, Prize Picks, I know the Chiefs won the Super Bowl. If you can't get the big game ticket with Game Time, well, guess what? You can still win some money by putting in some Prize Picks. Here's my entry for this Super Bowl as we got Mahomes, the more on passing yards. Isaiah Pacheco, the more on rushing and receiving touchdowns. He scored a touchdown in every single postseason game. And then Christian McCaffrey, C-Mac, yeah, more than 35.5 receiving yards. Listen, I know that the Chiefs defense is good, but against receiving backs, not so much. Plus CMC, I don't care what defense. I kind of trust him to really go off. Now, Prize Picks is a skill-based, real money daily fantasy sports game. And it's not just the NFL. They have NBA, NFL, NBA, NHL, and MLB as well when the season comes around. They've got season-long home run totals for MLB right now you can go put in. So you can combo these projections across the MLB, NHL, NBA, and NFL, and you can get that $100 deposit match by going to prizepicks.com/CLNS and using code CLNS. Quick withdrawals, easy gameplay, and an enormous selection of players and stat types are what makes Prize Picks the #1 daily fantasy sports app. Once again, go to prizepicks.com/CLNS and using that code CLNS for your first deposit match of up to $100. Shout out to Prize Picks. It's daily fantasy sports made easy. All right, what's your confidence level in the Chiefs offense? I know they've had their struggles throughout the season, but we're Super Bowl time. What's the difference? How are we feeling? What's the confidence level for this Kansas City Chiefs offense? Scale of 1 through 10. Tony Fuentes with an 8. Rashid Rice with a 9. Paul Amos, Rashid Rice, EXE, say 9.5 out of 10. Rashid Rice saying 8 or 9. Some pretty high answers. I like it. Jan Rockefeller with an 8. I like it. How are you feeling the confidence level for these guys? EXE saying 9 of 10. Well, I'll tell you what. Tammy Jackson there with a 9. We know the confidence level with the offense is somewhat iffy down here and that. But the confidence level with the defense is maybe at an all-time high. We believe it, and, well, the best player on the Chiefs also believes it.
Yeah, it has to. I mean, whenever you have a defense playing at this level, whenever you have some of those opportunities where you might have taken that chance in the past, you don't. You go to the check down or you go to the next read because you know that your defense, even if it doesn't work out, is going to get a stop and get you the ball back. And I think I've learned that about playing the quarterback position is you have to be the best quarterback for your team. You can't be just the best quarterback or the best stats or whatever it is. You have to find a way to win the football game, and that's what I'll try to do this year.
Patrick. You heard it from the man himself, man. Speaking of Patrick Mahomes, we've got a super chat menu for our live show throughout this week and throughout the month of February, where any super chat is a custom Chiefs chat, and we have a special deal. For the month of February, a $10 super chat gets you in to win a Mahomes jersey raffle Super Bowl 58 jersey, little patch on there. $10, you could win a jersey worth over $150. Now, for $20, you're going to get on our new Chiefs Hall of Fame board. It's a Hall of Fame ball. We don't have it just yet, but if you get in there now, you're going to be the first name on there. And the MVP, well, guess what? We're getting some custom Chiefs gear with a custom Chiefs shirt, your name on the back, and a custom Chiefs water bottle. Man, it's a good time. Plus, listen, we know that with the games being over, we can't do as many deals. Me and Sam love our deals. I know Jack loves his deals. It's a good thing to have. But we're just going to try and do a deal of the day. How about that? Today's deal of the day, For that Patrick Mahomes jersey, $10 is 2 raffle tickets. So you want a shot to win this Super Bowl 58 Patrick Mahomes jersey, $10. It's all through the month of February. Maybe into March, we'll see how this goes, but $10, and you're going to get a shot to win this. 2 raffle tickets, and on top of which, you're putting yourself in good chance to win the MVP item of the month, which is a custom Chiefs shirt. That MVP can be your name. That 24 could be your favorite number, along with a custom Chiefs water bottle to go on top of that, which we'll show throughout the month of February and kind of get you rolling. But if you want a chance to win that Chiefs Super Bowl 58 Patrick Mahomes jersey, $10, 2 tickets. Pretty dang good if you ask me. Pretty dang good. Now, we do have a mailbag coming up, and I want to talk Chiefs with everybody who's watching right now. So use hashtag Chiefs, or you can super chat, like I said, to get onto the show, and it skips the line. That guarantees that your question is automatically on the show. Use hashtag Chiefs. Get some questions there. Plus, if you ask us some questions about the Super Bowl, Mr. Jack Ray can get us some nice questions that the players answer. You may have a question that you ask that we have the answer to, not from us. From Patrick Mahomes, from Isaiah Pacheco, from Trey Smith, from Drew Tranquil, from Creed Humphrey. We've got quotes from a lot of Chiefs players, and we can show them to you all day long. So if you got a question about the Super Bowl, get in there. Use hashtag Chiefs. We can be sure to answer it in one way or another. So get down there, hashtag Chiefs, and let's get it freaking going. Yeah, why not? Let's do the Chargers Tranquil transition. Get a little Drew Tranquil in our life. Why not? I love Drew. Sweet. Drew Tranquil. So, you kind of heard me talking. We love ourselves some Drew. I know that people may or may not have seen this, but Drew, not leaked, on his Twitter put out a text about his basically transition from being a free agent and talking to Coach Reid about potentially joining the Chiefs. And Coach Reid said, see red and see Super Bowls. And so I thought it'd be fun to ask Tranquil, being on the Chargers for 4 years, being on the other side of Patrick Mahomes, on the defense, having to face him, and now with the Chiefs and what is their best defense in the Mahomes and Reid era, what's it been like on the other side? He had this to say.
It's been a few years with the Chargers and looking at the Kansas City Chiefs as a rival. What's it like to be a part of the Kansas City Chiefs now playing in the Super Bowl?
It's exciting. I remember walking in to sign my first day, and I'm like, I should not be here. What's going on right now? I've been wearing blue for the last 4 years, and now I'm in red. But I've grown a tremendous amount of respect for this organization, a lot of love for this organization, and what they've done for me and my family, and just thankful for this opportunity.
I love Drew Tranquil. I got to be honest. I'm so glad he's on the Chiefs. Use hashtag Chiefs to get a question. Hey, like I said, we may have some answers directly from the players for your question. So use hashtag Chiefs, get some questions in there. I already see Tony Fuentes using hashtag Chiefs, but I want this to be a talk for everybody. I know Tony's always in the show, but I want you to get on this one too. Hashtag Chiefs, we can put it on there. Super chat, you get ahead of the line. We've got quotes, interviews, and injury news as well coming up here on the Chiefs Report. If there's something that spikes your interest, something that maybe you have a question about, use hashtag Chiefs because I can answer it. Or guess what? We may have some players who can answer it as well. And I will tell you what, we've got over 30 people watching, but only 20 likes, which means there's 10 of you who have not liked the video. So, if you want the Chiefs to beat the Niners in Super Bowl 58, hit that like button right now, because I'm telling you, it goes a long way. It goes a long way. So hit that like button, get to 30 likes real quick. It'd be really freaking nice. So using hashtag Chiefs, hit those like buttons. It's going to be a good day. It's going to be a good day here at the Chiefs Report. And as always, we got some special and good news for you because, well, today's slate, we're talking about the latest injury news. We're talking exclusive interviews. Then we have a live mailbag, like I said. So we have a lot of stuff coming your way, which means I want this stream to be popping. I want everybody who loves the Chiefs to be on this stream with us, hanging out with us. And the best way to do that, best way to tell YouTube, hey, this stream is popping, this stream is going well, by hitting that like button. So get down there real quick, hit that like button, takes a couple seconds, get us to 30 likes, and we can get live here with our latest injury news on Joe Thuney and Willie Gay Jr., Jerick McKinnon, Thuney. Got some exclusive interviews with Patrick Mahomes. Got some with Tranquil in there, Creed Humphrey, plus our live mailbag coming up. So hit that like button because we're about to get ready here in just a second. Excuse me. But, yeah, I mean, I think we're all good. I think we're kind of getting to the show. Like I said, we have that live mailbag coming up. If there's anything in this show that kind of sparks a question coming up using hashtag Chiefs, go in there. Hashtag Chiefs, put it on there, and we could potentially put some stuff together and have some quotes, interviews, and answer the questions ourselves if we can. So hashtag Chiefs, but without further ado, let's get into our latest Chiefs injury news here with the Kansas City Chiefs and the Niners in Super Bowl 58. Chiefs Kingdom, we have some major injury news to talk about on today's show as we have updates directly from the horse's mouth on Joe Thuney, on Jerick McKinnon, on Kadarius Toney, and on Willie Gay Jr. All the latest on the Chiefs injury front ahead of Super Bowl 58 against the 49ers. Plus, we have some exclusive interviews of Patrick Mahomes talking about this upcoming game, of Drew Tranquil talking about this upcoming game. Lots of guys that you're going to want to hear from. That'll be later on in this show, so stick around for having and talking about that. But I'm telling you what, I have a bunch of clips going out. I know you've seen our shorts have been popping off lately, putting a lot of exclusive content on there. Well, guess what? If you want those even quicker, follow me on Twitter because I'm putting out those videos as soon as we get them from Vegas at @JaceAndrews_. Chat Sports, we got 3 people, boots on the ground. Sam is in Vegas, sending me clips, getting everything we want for the Chiefs media, and everything is going right on my Twitter first. Then we'll go to shorts, then we get it on our video. So if you want it before anybody else, hit that follow button at @JaceAndrews_. Tell you what, make the deal as usual. I'll follow back the first 10 people that follow me at @JaceAndrews_ on X or Twitter, whatever you want to call it. Let's talk about the Chiefs injury news real quick because I mentioned 4 guys, Joe Thuney, Willie Gay Jr., Jerick McKinnon, and Kadarius Toney. Now, these were the 4 guys that were mentioned at the start of Andy Reid's press conference, basically kind of chiming in on what the latest is on all of them. Now, in terms of latest updates, we have a couple positive ones and a couple negative ones, unfortunately, but that was kind of expected. I would say this. The negative injury news was expected. The positive injury news is positive. And I don't know if it was necessarily expected. I think it was hopeful, but it's good to see. So let's get right into it here. Lindsey Jones with all of it coming to us right here saying a couple of updates from Andy Reid. All-pro guard Joe Thuney is a quote-unquote long shot to be able to play after he missed the AFC Championship with that pectoral injury. Kadarius Toney is healthy. He's not injured anymore. He will practice, and we will see if he suits up or not. Right now, it's just personal reasons that have kept him out of practice, so to say. And then Jerick McKinnon, slim chance for him to play. He's been on IR since December 24th, was recently opening up his practice window this past Saturday. Flew to Vegas with the team. There's a chance, but as Andy Reid said, it's pretty slim. I do want to talk a little bit about McKinnon because we've talked about him in detail a couple times this week, but I feel like we haven't exactly shown you what's going on. So obviously he was placed on injured reserve back on the 24th. He was rumored to be done for the season. He was not going to play at all. There was no chance. And then all of a sudden on Saturday of this past weekend, he kind of shocked the world. He and Rappaport dropped a bomb saying that his 21-day practice window would be open and that he has a shot to play in Super Bowl 58. Now, I'll say this. I'm not surprised to see him not playing. I don't think that's a shocker to anyone. I told you in the breaking news video that I don't expect him to play. I told you yesterday, and we talked about this. I don't expect him to play. But now we have it directly from the horse's mouth. Andy Reid saying that his chances to play are slim. Surprising? No. Unfortunate? Yes. It does still force Kyle Shanahan to kind of think about that because although his chances are slim, what if he does play? I mean, there's a lot of things that force Kyle Shanahan's kind of mythology of this game to basically grow and expand and have to be aware of every single weapon the Chiefs have because ultimately it's the Super Bowl. You have to be ready for every single possible thing. Super Bowl happens and crazy things happen. Kadarius Toney's return last year. I mean, there's just a bunch of stuff that you just almost can't plan for. I do know that with McKinnon now being on the offense, he was with the offense in their struggle bus time. Now, obviously, the offense has been playing a heck of a lot better. They've gone from really struggling against the Raiders, to crushing the Bengals for the most part, and then rolling to the playoffs pretty smoothly for the most part. So what's your confidence level in this Kansas City Chiefs offense as we head into Super Bowl weekend? Telling you, I think the confidence has definitely risen, but I'm curious to see what Chiefs Kingdom think. 1 being least confident, 10 being most confident, Super Bowl 58 right around the corner. What's your confidence level in the Chiefs offense? Joe Thuney likely won't play. Now, this stinks for a multitude of reasons. The biggest one to me is just the experience level he brings. We've mentioned this on previous shows. Nick Allegretti, who will be his backup, will take his place in the Super Bowl if he cannot go. doesn't have the experience. Thuney has over 1,000 plus snaps in the postseason, whereas Allegretti has under 300. There's just a level of experience that you want with your offensive line. Now, give credit where credit is due. Allegretti played decently well against the Ravens. I would say in terms of defensive line, the Niners may have a little bit better of defensive line. That is, if Chase Young chooses to actually play and not just walk around the field. We'll see, obviously, being the Super Bowl and them being talking to him. Bosa, Chase Young. There's a lot of guys that could really pressure Patrick Mahomes. And, well, he's only gotten sacked twice in this postseason. It's a big blow against the good 49ers line. I think it's the main thing, though. Because, like I said, Chase Young is a force. Even though we've talked about how maybe he doesn't show the best ever. Maybe he doesn't exactly look the part every time. But overall, this Chiefs offensive line without Joe Thuney is going to have to really kind of put themselves in a position to play their best of ability without Thuney. And Creed Humphrey, who is the leader of this line next to Joe Thuney, kind of talked about what he expects to see from this 49ers defense.
The Niners like to run a lot of twist stunts and gains up front. They'll show blitz with Fred Warner, Dre Greenlaw. They'll back out of some of those blitz fronts. As a center, obviously, it's pivotal for you to relay that communication. What types of challenges does that type of defense and what they like to do pose to the Chiefs offense?
Yeah, they do a great job of disguising things, and they run a great scheme over there, and they have really talented players. So it's a lot of film work this week, being able to understand what they want to do, things like that.
Creed Humphrey knows the challenge at hand, but still, losing these stats is a big blow. Over 1,000 snaps in this year. 2 sacks allowed. Just think about that for a second. Joe Thuney played nearly 1,100 snaps, and only on 2 of those did he allow a sack. His PFF grade was pretty good, 74.3, but his pass blocking rate was through the roof, 83.4, and he only had 2 penalties, which cannot be the same for Jawan Taylor and a couple of other guys, notably Donovan Smith. But it's going to be a big blow, but hey, you got to fight through the passes. That's the whole point. And if you want to go watch the Chiefs, you're going to the big game here on a Sunday where you can get $100 off that ticket by using code VEGAS100. And I'm telling you, Vegas, you go take and save $100, you could probably turn that $100 into a lot of money if you use it properly. Now, Game Time is the fast and easy way to buy tickets for sports, music, comedy, and theater events in your area. And like I said, $100 off that big game ticket if you're going. I use Game Time all the time for regular tickets. You can get $20 off your first purchase by using code ChiefsChat. And they have killer last-minute deals. They're all-in prices. They're views from your seat. And with their best price guarantee, Game Time is going to take the guesswork out of buying tickets. Now, obviously, the Chiefs don't have any more games outside of the Super Bowl left. That doesn't mean, though, you can stop watching sports. We got the Royals, their season opening day coming up here in just over a month against the Minnesota Twins. Kauffman Stadium, Bobby Witt Jr. signing that big contract. A lot of hype around this Royals team, got to be honest. Salvador Perez back. Lots of guys you can go watch. So go get tickets, $20 off using code ChiefsChat. Go make an account on Game Time. App is super user-friendly. I got to be honest. I've used this ticketing app for the past 6 months, and I cannot say any more positive things about it. It's just been really, really great to have and super, super easy. In fact, the first thing I use Game Time for, guess what? Going to see a baseball game. You can do it, too, to go watch the Royals. Now, if you're going to the game this Sunday, get that ticket for $100 off by using code VEGAS100. Terms do apply, but all you do is just download the app and then use that code, VEGAS100, for $100 off a big game ticket. Or if you're not going to that game, you can use code ChiefsChat for $20 off your first purchase still. Now download Game Time today for last-minute tickets at the lowest price guaranteed. Let's go back to these Chiefs injuries and kind of talk through them. So we talked about Joe Thuney. We've talked about Jerick McKinnon. Kadarius Toney we hit on just a tad that basically we're going to have to wait and see what's going to happen with him. It's all personal reasons. But Willie Gay Jr., I told you some negatives, but I also said there was going to be a positive in there. Well, that is going to be a Mr. Willie Gay. Now, we got this from Nate Taylor on the Pat McAfee Show, who said today, Willie Gay is ready to go, and I'd put him down as active. That's great news. That's great news. Nate, really close to the team because ultimately defense wins championships. I think that we all can agree the Chiefs' offense has been the reason the Chiefs have been this good for this long. But this year, the offense has said it themselves. Pacheco has said it. Mahomes has said it. They're really leaning on their defense. They're leaning on everything. And even Mahomes knows how lucky he has been this year to have this amazing defense. Here's what he had to say about it in Las Vegas.
Yeah, it has to. I mean, whenever you have a defense playing at this level, whenever you have some of those opportunities where you might have taken that chance in the past, you don't. You go to the check down or you go to the next read because you know that your defense, even if it doesn't work out, is going to get a stop and get you the ball back. And I think I've learned that about playing the quarterback position is you have to be the best quarterback for your team. You can't be just the best quarterback or the best stats or whatever it is. You have to find a way to win the football game, and that's what I'll try to do this year.
That's a great vote of confidence from Patrick Mahomes because he knows the defense is ready. He's seen it all year. He knows that this defense has just continued to keep them in games. And honestly, in some ways, they're a big reason why the Chiefs are here. They may be the reason the Chiefs are here. I mean, you think about a couple games that go the wrong way in the regular season. I don't want to start talking hypotheticals here, but there's a chance the Chiefs aren't the 3 seed. They're back farther. There's a chance that the Chiefs don't win one of the playoff games against the Bills. Maybe the defense doesn't hold up. I think overall, Mahomes has confidence in this defense, and that's one thing to have the vote of confidence from your starting quarterback. But it's another thing to have kind of the mantra, the confidence, the feel that this defense has in themselves. Overall, we know that Mike Edwards, Chris Jones, George Karlaftis, Trey McDuffie, L'Jarius Sneed, they all have been with this Chiefs defense. They know how to basically go about it. But Drew Tranquil, he was on the other side for a long time with the Chargers, and he knows that this Niners offense is good, but he says that Coach Spags, well, they have the Chiefs prepared.
Kyle Shanahan's looked at as a very innovative, creative offensive mind, and they have a bevy of weapons from Deebo Samuel, Brandon Ayuk, George Kittle, and Christian McCaffrey, and Brock Purdy really likes to target the middle area of the field. What types of challenges does the Niners offense present your defense?
Well, I think to put it simply, they do a really good job of marrying their run plays to their pass plays. Specifically at the linebacker position, it's very hard to see the difference between a run play and the same play action off of that. They're able to get guys biting in the run game, and Brock does a great job of getting the ball downfield to those playmakers. I think one of the biggest challenging things that they do well, too, is just their run after the catch. Across the board, you look at Christian, you look at George, you mentioned Ayuk, Deebo, Juszczyk, Jennings, Ray McLeod. Like, they've got a lot of guys that can carry the ball after the catch, and tackling is going to be really important.
Drew Tranquil is a big part of this defense, and it's his first year with the Kansas City Chiefs. Now, George Karlaftis, on the other hand, has really shown why he was worth the pick he was out of Purdue last year. He has really shown up in a huge way, and honestly, the Trent McDuffie, George Karlaftis combo from 2 years ago in that draft have been almost the best players on the defense this year if you take out Chris Jones. Karlaftis, in fact, is going to have a big role in this role because, well, the edge rushers this year, they've been huge. Obviously, one of these guys, though, not going to be there. Mike Dana, he'll be a big role on Sunday, 50 tackles, 7 for a loss, 6.5 sacks. Karlaftis, though, 16 games, 47 tackles, 7 tackles for loss, 10.5 sacks. That ties Chris Jones. And then obviously Omenahue, great stats over there, but unfortunately he's not going to play. Now Karlaftis, luckily, has really kind of molded into this role fairly quick. And I think a lot of that is just kind of Coach Spags and this defense really helping out his growth. But it also helps when you have one of the best defensive linemen of this generation to your right. He knows exactly where to go for tips, advice, and Karlaftis knows that without Chris Jones, he's probably a different player. He talked about the mentorship that Jones has really given him in today's media session. I think it's a good thing to hear for you to see how good this relationship actually is.
Chris Jones is a great player. What can you learn and what have you learned from a player like that, from preparation to pass rushing moves to him just being a menace?
You know, Chris, I got to say this about Chris, man. He's just before I even touch on the football part, he's just a great, phenomenal human being, man. He's a great friend, a great person, great teammate, and we love him being around and all that kind of stuff. For me, he's been instrumental in whatever success I've had. You know, he's helped me a lot, just constantly pushing me to become better, giving me tips, pointers, and that kind of stuff all the time. And he's awesome to play next to. Obviously, he commands a lot of respect, and you can't say enough good things about Chris.
If you just clicked on that stream, you saw that quote, you're here with us, guess what? Hit that subscribe button because the coverage does not stop. Obviously, we have more quotes, we have more clips, we have more live shows. So hit that subscribe button. We currently have 51,000. I want it to be 52 by the end of the day. Got to be honest. Tomorrow, we're going to have the Chiefs and everything that they have on the 49ers, talking about Brock Purdy. And that just leads into more coverage on Thursday. We're going to have another live show talking about pretty much everything you could ask for this Chiefs versus 49ers Super Bowl 58. So with that subscribe button, I'm telling you, you're in the right place. And as always, Chiefs Kingdom, peace out. Hit that like button. We got 50-plus people watching. We got interviews galore. We got Chiefs talk all evening long. So hit that like button if you're hanging out with us. Telling you, it's going to be a good day to have a good day. We appreciate all you watching. And get those questions in using hashtag Chiefs. We've got a mailbag coming up here, and I want to talk some Chiefs with you for a little bit. I want to have some fun, talk with y'all, and just overall kind of give you some more clips. We've got a lot of stuff to show you. Obviously, we've almost got more than we can even think about. So you want to see some stuff? You want to see a player talk? We have quotes. We've got Drew Tranquil. We've got Creed Humphrey. We've got Isaiah Pacheco. Patrick Mahomes. We have, Trey Smith. We have Rashid Rice. I'll tell you what. Why don't we do a quick thing? We're in between a little bit here. I want y'all to pick a player between Rashid Rice, between Marques Valdez-Scantling, and Drew Tranquil. Who's the person that you would want to see most? We haven't done Rashid Rice. We haven't done MVS yet. We've got 2 clips of them. Which one would you rather see? Marques Valdez-Scantling or Rashid Rice? DJ's voting Rice. Get the vote up there. Get the vote. We got a couple of Rices coming in. Tammy Jackson saying Rice. Lots of Rashid Rices. Top star saying 2. Okay, so I think the obvious thing is Rice. He talked yesterday about his kind of first year in the NFL being in the Super Bowl, and we got that clip for our Chat Sports friends in Vegas. Pretty clear straight of Rice. We'll show the MVS clip too, but let's show the Rice one first here real quick.
What's it mean to be on this stage as a young player, as a rookie, looking out, seeing all these fans here and to have this opportunity?
It's really cool, to be honest. I'm not letting the moment be too big. I know I still got a game to play on Sunday. And, this is just, we're just sitting down having a conversation right now.
Listen, Rice has been amazing this year. I got to be honest, being your first year in the league, playing with the Chiefs and immediately going to the Super Bowl is pretty cool. Plus, I don't know if y'all saw it, but he had a little send-off from his neighbors. He was driving off to go to the team playing, and his neighbors kind of sent him off in a nice little way. So go check that out. Again, follow me on Twitter at JasonAndrews. I've got a lot of this stuff on my Twitter account, so you can go follow me there. But it's pretty cool. Now, I did say we had some stuff from MVS. I am going to warn you, when I heard this, it made me a little upset, not going to lie. We asked MVS today what changed. Obviously, he's made some good catches in the postseason, but in the regular season, we're not going to front here. He had some rough times. The Eagles game, just a lot of things. And I'm not going to lie, his answer was interesting, but here's what he said when we asked him about his success in the postseason as compared to his, or the lack thereof in the regular season.
Just opportunities, man. I'm not a different player in January than I was in August. It's like I'm the same player. Just different opportunities to go out and make plays. They just always happen to be big playoff moments throughout my career. But like I said, I'm the same guy every day. I never get too high, never get too low.
He talked about how
the same guy every day. Is there something different about performing in the bigger stage when the lights are on?
No, I wouldn't say that there's anything different. Obviously we want to perform well at any situation. I don't see anything different than week 1 to week 21. I just approach it the same way, and that's kind of it.
Opportunities? Bro, you had opportunities. You just didn't make the catch. That's all I can say. But you know who did make a catch? Mason with a $5 super chat saying, as an Eagles fan, 49ers played dirty, but be on lookout for CMC. Yeah, CMC's crazy, man. I am not exactly going to be fronting here. Now, Mason, I saw you on our live show last week. Or on our watch party this, I guess now 2 Sundays ago. I don't know if you know, but on our Tuesday live shows, whenever somebody super chats, they get a little Chiefs chop. I know you're an Eagles fan, but guess what? We give you a little Chiefs chop just for it. Mason, 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 Mason. Let's go. Shout out to Mason, $5 super chat. We appreciate you, my guy. I know you're an Eagles fan, but we appreciate you hanging out with us and watching all the Super Bowl content we have for you right here on the Chiefs Report. Could not be happier to give all this stuff to you. And speaking of that, I know that you can sit here and watch me talk for a while, but I know what you're really here for. You want to watch the players. Trip McDuffie kind of talked about this 49ers offense and what challenges it present to the Chiefs defense. He talked about this yesterday in the opening night. Here's what he had to say.
I was just talking to Justin about what it takes to make sure those big plays don't turn into huge plays. From his perspective as a safety, what's your perspective as a cornerback?
Getting hands on the receivers, just up to the timing, and just making it hard for them to get open. We know that Brock Purdy can scramble. We know he can make plays, extend plays with his feet. And so just outworking the receivers are going to be huge for us.
And I asked him, too, about just how young your secondary is, too. Last year, it was you, Joshua, Jalen playing in your first Super Bowl. Now you got guys like Shamari as well playing in their first Super Bowl. Can you talk me through what the process was like last year for you and whether this is just a little more at ease, you're a little more at ease this time around?
Going to the Super Bowl regardless is a lot. It's a long season. There's a lot of mental stresses and a lot more that's put on your plate during the playoffs. But I always say, you just got to rely on the vets. Coming into this team, there was a standard step with Coach Andy Reid, and you got guys that instill that standard within all the players, in the locker room. It makes it easy transitioning, and it makes it easier when you have to come through things like this and what to expect.
Last time the Chiefs were on the field against the Ravens, there was a special guy who stepped up. It was Deion Bush. I'm kind of curious. Who's going to step up for the Chiefs in Super Bowl 58? Is there someone that you can be kind of labeled as an unsung here? I don't want to see no Patrick Mahomes, no Travis Kelce's, no L'Jarius Sneeds, but who's somebody that you think maybe is not talked about to become a big part of this game? Felix Anudike-Uzomah is a good answer. Mike Dana, obviously with the Omenihu injury. Potentially Nick Allegretti. Heck, maybe even Clyde Edwards-Helaire. Maybe he steps up. Who's somebody that you could see in a big spot? Now, we got a couple of MVSs. I kind of like that. He's one that I could definitely see step up. Obviously, he just needs more opportunities, and that's what matters, not him having brick hands for half the season. But, whatever. Don't listen to me. Rashid Rice, also a good choice there for Tony Fuentes. Make sure you're using hashtag Chiefs. By the way, we got a bunch of questions to kind of get to. I want to know what exactly you are thinking and if you got anything on what is going on with the Chiefs headed into Super Bowl 58. McDuffie and Rice. I think those are good ones. Cameron Clark. Overall, I think there's a lot of guys that could really just step up in this position, but we'll have to see. Him, this, and Snead are the best corners in the NFL. McDuffie and Snead. I agree. Did it not join YouTube? What? All right. McDuffie and Rice from Cole Kelleher hanging out with us in the chat. Legend here on the Chiefs Report. Who will the Chiefs need to do? Use hashtag Chiefs. Get some questions in there. You can do offseason. You can do it out the Super Bowl. We've got some clips that we can share, so make sure you get in there. If you ask anything about the Super Bowl, we could obviously put in something about the Chiefs. So we have. I mean, we may not need to answer your question. We have somebody else who can answer your question. So. Sweet. Sounds good, man. We need another win. Yeah, one more win. That's all you need. All you need is one more win. By the way, hit that like button if you have not already yet. We got more likes than we have viewers, which is pretty nice. So we also got some more stuff coming up here. Hashtag Chiefs. Get those questions in. Obviously, we'll throw some clips around that, but we appreciate all that. You're good. DJ saying hashtag Chiefs. 3 sacks from the Super Bowl. That'd be awesome. Be a nice send-off. I just don't think the Chiefs can pay him. As much as I want him back, I just don't think the Chiefs can pay him. I don't know, man. It's hard. Do you think Kadarius Toney could play good if he plays? Yeah. I think Kadarius Toney could easily play well. But I just don't know if they'll let him play just because of what kind of happened. I will say his excuse kind of makes sense. He was talking last night and basically said that there was Giants fans in his Instagram Live, and he kind of said that. And so that was it. And I was like, all right, that's kind of interesting. So it makes sense, though. Can't go back and check that. And overall, it's kind of making sense. So I don't know, man. It was an interesting. Why do I feel like they'll have him do another punt return like this? I'm telling you, he's listed as the starting punt returner. on the full Chiefs depth chart. He is the starting punt returner as long as he's healthy. And personally, all good to go. So I'm interested to see what happens, but yeah, I don't know. I don't know what's going on. So we'll kind of have to see basically what happens with all that. It's kind of an interesting situation here with the Chiefs and basically what's going to go on with that. So we'll have to see. Make sure you're using hashtag Chiefs. Get those questions in there. And I think Mr. Lauderay gave us a little deal here. Now, we talked about the raffle at the beginning of the show for that Chiefs Patrick Mahomes Super Bowl jersey. Guess what? We're going to have a little special deal here for you. We'll throw this up here. Most comments in the next 60 seconds, you're getting a free raffle ticket. So you can spam literally anything. I don't care what it is. Use hashtag Chiefs, put some questions in there, but spam anything, and we're going to get a raffle ticket out here to the next person who puts it in there. Chiefs Super Bowl Patrick Mahomes jersey. Spam anything. We're going to put a timer up there. We're going to have Jack kind of have the data scraper over there. He's going to find exactly who had the most comments. And so there you go. Countdown down. I need you to spam literally everything. It's a Chiefs Patrick Mahomes jersey. Could potentially be on the line here. Spam absolutely anything and everything. Tammy Jackson, Time in the Buckeye, Cameron Clark, Tony Fuentes spamming it. Demon Angels, Time in the Buckeye, Tony Fuentes, Cole Kelleher, Tony Fuentes. Spam the chat. A free raffle ticket to potentially win a Chiefs Patrick Mahomes Super Bowl 58 jersey. Get in there and spam it. Demon Angels, Tony Fuentes, Cameron Clark, Tony Fuentes, Jan Rockefeller, Tony, Demon, Tymat, Tammy, Tony, Jan, Paul. Keep spamming anything and everything. Jan Rockefeller, Cole Keller, Timmy Jackson, DJ, Jan, Paul, Demon, Cameron, Tyman, Jan, Tony, Demon, Cameron, Tammy, Jan, Tony, Demon, Jan, 765. Keep going, Jan, DJ, 4, 3, 2, 1, time. Jack's got the data scraper rolling. We'll have the winner here in just moments. Paul, Demon, and Jan still spamming it. We love it. I know. That's fair. He's done a lot. There you go. All right, the winner is Tony Fuentes. You get a free raffle entry for our Chiefs Super Bowl jersey. We'll be putting you in the raffle here. We'll have that raffle title here in a couple weeks or so. Kind of figure that out, but make sure you're getting in there. That's the winner. If you want your own tickets, though, $10 today is 2 raffle tickets. Usually $10 is just 1 raffle ticket. Today, $10, 2 raffle tickets. Pretty dang good. Pretty dang good. Mason, if you're still here, you send another 5, I'll count it as a 10. So, if you want to get in, I know you're an Eagles fan, but you can take the Mahomes jersey and throw it in the garbage. I don't know. Demon Angel says, nice job. Yep. Nice job. Paul D. Amos from Tonganoxie. Let's go. Keep using those hashtag Chiefs. Got a live mailbag coming up here just moments. Everything rolling the right way here. Exclusive Super Bowl 58 interviews. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Exclusive. Pretty dang exclusive, you guys. Demon Angels, Jan Rockefeller. Uh, 720. 722. What is that? Tony does win a lot of time, man. Man, he's a legend here. He is at every single live show. There's never been a Chiefs live show that Tony's not been at. Never been there. I'm ready. I'm ready, man. Ugh. All right. Well, we're going to get into our live mailbag here. Keep putting those questions in. We're going to have interviews throughout it, so keep using hashtag Chiefs to get in the questions. Line the queue, and we will hang out with you for this entire time. But without further ado, let's get going. We've got Chiefs coverage for you all week long leading up to Super Bowl 58, and it doesn't stop because we've got more stuff coming out today. Chiefs on the 49ers. bunch of Chiefs were asked about what they can expect with the 49ers and Brock Purdy. We're going to have a full video and a live show on that later today, so make sure you're joining us for that. And then Thursday, tomorrow, we're going to have more exclusive content that you cannot get anywhere else right here on the Chiefs Report. Live interviews. We're going to put it on here right now, and I'm telling you, hit that sub button because I want to get to 52,000 by the end of the day. Hit that sub button because we're only growing bigger and better right here on the Chiefs Report. We appreciate you, Chiefs Kingdom, as always, taking some time out of your day and spending it with us. I'm your host, Jay Sanders, and on today's show, we're going to give you some exclusive Chiefs content along with answering some of your questions ahead of Super Bowl 58. All that coming up right here on the Chiefs Report. Let's get going here with Tony Fuentes, who has our first question, saying, #Chiefs in offseason. What's the Chiefs' biggest move in free agency or the draft? I would say the biggest move would probably be to sign T. Higgins. Whether they have that or not, I don't know. In the same move, though, in some ways, people could say that the biggest move would be re-signing Chris Jones, be re-signing L'Jarius Sneed. Both those guys are pivotal parts of this Chiefs defense, and the Chiefs' cap space would limit to them to probably only one of them. Honestly, at this point, I don't even know if Chris Jones is a possibility. Brett Veach is known to be able to free up space. He knows what he's doing, so he can be able to sign Chris Jones should he want to. But at this point, I think L'Jarius Sneed is the better option, so we'll have to kind of see what the choices are, but all I'm hoping for right now is that both of them play well in Super Bowl 58. DJ comes in with a question saying, which rookie are you hoping has a great first Super Bowl? The obvious choice here is Rashid Rice, and I think he is the one that is going to be really, really fun. Shamari Connor's also a good one to have, the rookie safety out of Virginia Tech. He has been really great kind of subbing in for Brian Cook. But Rashid has this almost like, I don't know, calm and collective manner to him that no one else has. And even media night, opening night for Super Bowl, this dude, as calm and collected as can be, just said, it's another game. You don't believe me? There you go.
What's it mean to be on this stage as a young player, as a rookie, looking out, seeing all these fans here and to have this opportunity?
It's really cool, to be honest. I'm not letting the moment be too big. I know I still got a game to play on Sunday. And, this is just, I'm sitting down having a conversation right now.
The way the Chiefs use Rashid Rice, I could see him having a big game in Super Bowl 58 just because this defense that the Niners have constructed. They have a good secondary. They have a good defensive line. They have good linebackers. Everywhere over the field, they are pretty solid. But the screen game is ways to kind of mess with them. Guess what? When they go with screens, Rashid Rice is usually the first guy they give it to. We saw that play against the Ravens that was called back due to a holding on Trey Smith, but he had a screen on a 3rd and 15, 3rd and 16, whatever it was, and he scored. Put that in the back pocket. Use that for this Chiefs upcoming game here in the Super Bowl against the Niners. I could expect Rashid Rice to maybe potentially have another 100-yard game in his early career. Cameron Clark comes in with the next question saying, do you think Kadarius Toney could play good if he plays? Yes, 1,000%. I think Kadarius Toney is one of those guys where obviously there's personal issues. Obviously there has been questions about his injury status, if that's true, if that's fake. But overall, when he has the ball in his hands, he's really good. It's just about making sure he gets the ball in his hands, which has been hard. He drops the ball. He's lined up off sides. I hope he gets a shot in some ways. In other ways, I kind of hope he doesn't. So I don't know the best route for Kadarius Toney, but I do know he could play an impact in the game if he is playing. And I think that impact would be positive, especially with the way we've seen MVS bounce back in the postseason. I would love to give Kadarius Toney that shot as well. Speaking of which, though, what matchup are you most excited to watch in Super Bowl 58? Obviously, we have Sneed and Deebo Samuel. We have Mahomes against a good Niners defense. We have Pacheco and McCaffrey going back-to-back here. Overall, there's a lot of cool and amazing things to watch, and I'm excited to see what happens with both of them as, man, I'm really just pumped for February 11th. Just get in the comment section, what's a matchup that you're excited to see in Super Bowl 58? Jan Rockefeller says, any indication as of what will happen with Jones when he becomes a free agent? As of right now, no. I think the indication for a lot of Chiefs fans is that he loves Kansas City. He would love to stay here, but he also knows his worth. He knows that he can be so much more money-wise out of Kansas City. And I think he has to take that into effect. I mean, you're not going to say, like, oh, don't take that job because you like where you are, but you're going to earn way more money. It's just the way it is. It's a business. It's the NFL as a business. And ultimately, Chris Jones needs to kind of treat it that way. And the Chiefs just can't pay him what he's worth right now. Could they free up space? Yes. But also, is he the top priority when you have George Karlaftis, when you have Charles Omenihu, when you have Mike Dana, when you could get Derek Nottie for cheaper? I mean, it just is one of those of, I don't know if he's worth it. Mason with a $5 super chat saying, message to Debo. If you talk, you're going to get hit in Super Bowl and football by Chiefs. Let's win this. Hey, Mason. You're an Eagles fan, but you're rooting on the Chiefs. I love to see it. I love that you're here hanging out with us. And listen, Debo's got his work come out for him because this Chiefs defense, not only are they good, the confidence, the calm, collective confidence they have in themselves and they have in the best player in the National Football League, Patrick Mahomes, is uncanny.
Yeah, it has to. I mean, whenever you have a defense playing at this level, whenever you have some of those opportunities where you might have taken that chance in the past, you don't. You go to the check down or you go to the next read because you know that your defense, even if it doesn't work out, is going to get a stop and get you the ball back. And I think I've learned that about playing the quarterback position is you have to be the best quarterback for your team. You can't be just the best quarterback or the best stats or whatever it is. You have to find a way to win the football game, and that's what I'll try to do this year.
Patrick, I know Mahomes is probably biased, but when the best quarterback and the best player in the NFL is giving you praise as a defense, I'm going to not take that lightly. Shout out to Mason, $5 super chat. And hey, don't worry, Mason. Your Eagles may have lost. The Chiefs, well, they're going to take down the Niners for you. And if you want to earn some money while you're at it, go to prizepicks.com/CLNS and use the code CLNS for a first deposit match of $100. And I'm telling you, you put in my entries, they're going to boost that. I'm 6 of my last 8 on my Prize Picks entries, and you can join me on my picks here. I've got Patrick Mahomes, more than a half a passing yard, 99% off. Go use it right now. More on Isaiah Pacheco, half a rushing and receiving touchdown. Yeah, he's scored in every single game thus far in the postseason. And then Christian McCaffrey, CMC. You have to put someone from the other team, and we know that the Chiefs' defense has been lackluster in terms of receiving backs. CMC is exactly that, a receiving back. So I expect him to have 35-plus yards, to be honest. He had that against the Lions. I expect him to have it against the Chiefs in the Super Bowl. Go check out Prize Picks at prizepicks.com/CLNS and use the code CLNS for your first deposit match of up to $100. Testing my skills on Prize Picks this season has been the most exciting way to play daily fantasy sports. And if you have the skills, you can turn $10 into $250 with just a few taps. Prize Picks also offers weekly promotions that can lead to big payouts like Taco Tuesday, where each Tuesday, Prize Picks discounts select players' projections up to 25% to provide even more value. Quick withdrawals, easy gameplay, and an enormous selection of players and stat types. That's what makes Prize Picks the #1 daily fantasy sports app. Go to prizepicks.com/CLNS and use the code CLNS for a first deposit match of up to $100. Shout out to Prize Picks. It's daily fantasy sports made easy. Demon Angel says, for me, I would like to see if Pacheco can do more than Christian McCaffrey in the Super Bowl. And for me, which wide receiver do you have in mind for next season that you have as a favorite? Let's start with your first question, then we'll come back to it. Pacheco doing more than McCaffrey would be insanely amazing because here's the thing. People aren't talking that Pacheco was 11 picks before Brock Purdy, and if Pacheco outperforms McCaffrey and he helps the Chiefs win the Super Bowl over Purdy, you have to start talking about what a steal in the draft this guy is because, as Pacheco would say it, he's different.
You have a very physical running style, but you have the speed to get to the outside and breakaway speed as well. Right now and growing up, which running backs did you emulate your game after?
None of them. I'm different. Shout out to my OGs though. AP, Big Bro, always show love on the FaceTime calls when I connect it, reach out to him. It's love, bro, always.
Imagine the confidence that Pacheco has. 2 years in the NFL, a 7th-round pick, regarding you 11 picks from being Mr. Irrelevant himself, Brock Purdy, and yet he's in his 2nd Super Bowl. He was the starter for last year's Super Bowl. He's the starter this year, and he was nearing 1,000 yards, and he was injured for a couple games. He would have had 1,000 yards easily if he had not gotten a couple games off due to injury, on top of which not playing in the last game, obviously due to seeding reasons and kind of making sure he stays healthy. The second part of your question, though, you asked about who the wide receiver of my choice would be going into basically the next year in terms of who I would want. Probably T. Higgins, but I like Marquise Brown too. He's pretty cheap. And then Curtis Samuel, lower level guy, cheap. He reminds me of what they wanted Kadarius Toney to be, what they wanted McCole Hardman to be, then they just weren't. Curtis Samuel has hands. He's got a lot of stuff. I'm excited for him. And then we got Wallace Stone with a $10 super chat saying, I want those 2 entries for the raffle for the Chiefs Patrick Mahomes Super Bowl jersey. Guess what? You're in. And Jan Rockefeller with a $10 super chat also in. And if you're watching this video right now on Wednesday morning, you're saying, Jace, what is this for? We have a Patrick Mahomes Super Bowl jersey that you can win on the Chiefs Report. We're going to be live every single day of the week. We're live on Tuesday. We're going to be live later today, and we're going to be live tomorrow on Thursday. Join us. $10 super chat gets you an entry for a Chiefs Hall of Fame, for the Chiefs Super Bowl jersey. So hit that subscribe button, because if you hit that sub button and then you turn on the notifications, you're going to know exactly when we go live. And that way, you will know when you can have a chance to win that Chiefs Patrick Mahomes jersey. Telling you, you're not going to want to miss out on it. Patrick Mahomes Super Bowl jersey. Come join us on our live shows. Colt Kelleher comes in with another question saying, is it possible that Chris Jones retires a champion as long as the Chiefs win Sunday? No. As much as I would like that, when you have a chance to go make $30 million easily, you don't just say no. As much as I would think he'd like to retire in Kansas City, I think he still will. I think knowing that he could go to a team next year and make $30 million and wouldn't bat an eye, you got to go do that. Even if you are tired or retired or old or whatever, which he's not for a lineman, to be honest. Go in there, earn your $30 million. If you play well, cool. If you don't, it's a guaranteed contract. That's why I think it's somewhat risky for the Chiefs to do it. But I would love Chris Jones to retire Chief. I hope he still does. He will not do it after Sunday's game, though. I can guarantee that. Tony Fuentes says, #Chiefs. Who will be the X factor in Super Bowl besides Chris Jones or Pacheco? Man, there's a lot of answers I think you can go with. I think there's a couple guys that maybe are out of the blue. Maybe MVS, maybe potentially. In some ways, I could say the defense and go Trent McDuffie. I could say a lot of different guys that just haven't exactly had, I'm not going to say stellar seasons. In some ways, maybe Kadarius Toney. I have to think, though, the confidence MVS is showing is kind of something that I like in some ways, but he also kind of deflects a lot of questions, including one earlier in his media availability yesterday. We asked him, so obviously your success in the postseason has been great, but it wasn't exactly the same in the regular season. What changed? What happened from the regular season into the postseason? His answer was less than ideal, but I'll just let you hear and kind of judge for yourself.
Just opportunities, man. I'm not a different player in January than I was in August. It's like I'm the same player. Just different opportunities to go out and make plays. They just always happen to be big playoff moments throughout my career. But like I said, I'm the same guy every day. I never get too high, never get too low.
He talked about how
the same guy every day. Is there something different about performing on the bigger stage when the lights are on?
No, I wouldn't say that there's anything different. I mean, obviously we want to perform well at any situation. I don't see anything different than week 1 to week 21. I just approach it the same way, and that's kind of it.
And with that, we'll see if MVS actually backs himself up. Who you got in the Super Bowl? Kansas City, type KC. San Francisco, type SF. I'm curious to see exactly what this Chiefs kingdom thinks. Because, listen, I know this game is going to be fun. I know this game is going to be hard. But from the reaction that I saw at Media Night last night, the boos that Mahomes and Kelce felt, Chris Jones, the Chiefs are the villain. And I got to be honest, it feels nice. I'm excited. I want them to be a villain. I'm going to embrace that role. And the rest of the NFL, you can just watch out. For now, Chiefs Kingdom, that's all we got. Make sure you join us for our live show later today. We're going to have more exclusive content you cannot find anywhere else. But for now, peace out. Ooh, Who do you want to hear from next? Type in for Nick Bolton, type G for George Karlaftis. Shout out to Jan, by the way. Shout out to Mason, and Wallace Stone. Get those 2 raffle entries. Got a bunch of KCs. And all right, who we listen to next? George Karlaftis, Nick Bolton. All right, 3 Gs, 2 wins. 4 Gs, 2 wins. 4 Gs, 2 wins. Another G. Tony's spamming it. Every time you spam it, I think it's another count. So, we got any more ins? Bunch of Gs. Looking like George Karlaftis is the one we want to hear for. We got in from Ty Man and Jan and Terry and Paul. Closing in. Paul spamming it. Jan, how about this? You want to play the George first? We'll play the Nick Bolton one right after. How about that? So let's do the George Karlaftis talking about Chris Jones and kind of everything that goes into that. Let's hear again from George Karlaftis and his media availability today.
Chris Jones is a great player. What can you learn and what have you learned from a player like that, from preparation to pass rushing moves to him just being a menace?
Chris, I got to say this about Chris, man. He's just before I even touch on the football part, he's just a great, phenomenal human being, man. He's a great friend, a great person, great teammate, and we love him being around and all that kind of stuff. For me, he's been instrumental in whatever success I've had. He's helped me a lot, just constantly pushing me to become better, giving me tips, pointers, and that kind of stuff all the time. And he's awesome to play next to. Obviously, he commands a lot of respect, and can't say enough good things about Chris.
Karlaftis, second-year guy. He's an amazing part of this Chiefs defense. But Nick Bolton, he may be a bigger part. More of a veteran-style guy than Karlaftis. And overall, I don't know how to put this, but his presence is felt throughout the entire field. His presence is felt in a lot of ways. And he's somewhat of a captain of this defense. And so I think the positive note from him and media night last night, opening night for Super Bowl 58, it was really nice to hear.
Kyle Shanahan's offense likes to run a lot of crossers. Brock Purdy likes to target the middle area of the field. What types of challenges do they present offensively for you defensively at linebacker?
Yeah, man, they score a lot of them, man. A lot of misdirection, a lot of eye candy, a lot of pushing out motion shifts. Things kind of make you feel the field a little bit, make you be more reactive than going down a little bit physical. So it's going to take all of it, man. It's not going to be just one individual stuff, man. Intermediate routes, put a lot of too high. So he's stopping these guys. So it's going to be a little bit of everybody, man.
Nick Bolton's a captain, and Jay Burke is a legend with a $10 super chat saying, "Let's go Chiefs, bring the trophy back to the kingdom." We owe a couple of things here, and I think it's right to get Jack in on this. He's been on this stream a little bit, but Jack, I think you haven't gotten the full experience of the Chiefs report unless you join us in our Chiefs shop. So we got 3 to give out here because we weren't able to do it during the little cut here, but we got to give one out to Jay Berg, Jan Rockefeller, and to Wallace Stone. Obviously, Wallace Stone is first, so we're going to show our super chat menu. We're going to show you everything you got, and as we show you that, for our raffle, our MVP item, all that stuff, guess what? We're going to give our Chiefs Chop specials to Jan Rockefeller, to Wallace Stone, and to Jay Berg. We're going to have it all covered, so without further ado, let's do Wallace Stone first. Here's our super chat menu. We're going to pop that up, and me and Jack, miss. He's got the Chiefs hat on, so he's ready for this. I think the right way to start this is, you're kind of popping the cherry with the Chiefs support. Let's do it. Wallace, 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 Wallace. And then we transition into Jan, 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 Jan. All getting 2 raffle tickets to our Super Bowl Hall of Fame jersey. It's Super Bowl Mahomes jersey. And Jay Berg, you as well. Jay Berg, 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 Jay Berg. Let's go. Got some raffle entries. We'll make sure to put that into our raffle pot for the month of February. Already got 2 entries for Jay Bird. We got 2 entries for Mason. We got 2 entries for Jan Rockefeller. We got 2 entries for Wallstone. And we got an entry for Tony Fuentes with him getting on the chat rate high. That's really, really awesome. If you want to get in MVP gear right now, $10. I guess it's to a tie between Jayberg, Jan, and Wallace Stone. So, yeah, a little fight to the well. Mason also has $10. We got a 4-way tie for our MVP, which is a custom Chiefs shirt and custom Chiefs water bottle. So, Jan, Jayberg, Wallace Stone, you want to try and jump whoever it is in front right now, dollar just makes it. Dollar makes you on top. So, that's pretty good. Obviously, $20 you're going to get on our Hall of Fame board. So, if Jan, Jayberg, Wallace Stone, or Mason send another $10 in, you're going to be the first one on our Chiefs Hall of Fame ball when it comes in, hopefully next week. So, that'll be pretty cool. Hey, we appreciate you, Jay Berg. We appreciate you, man. That's a legendary thing. All right, we got some 49ers interviews as well. Who do you want to hear from? Kyle Shanahan, Trey Smith. Let's get this going. Trey Smith is going to be the Chiefs tackle. Kyle Shanahan is that. Jan Rockefeller just says, hello, we're going to go more than $10. I want not just 2 entries. I want 4 entries, a $20 super chat from Jan Rockefeller. She is Hall of Fame ball, 4 raffle tickets, leader for MVP. Right now, Jan is most likely taking home all 3 items. She's getting her name on the Hall of Fame ball. She's getting the Chiefs custom shirt. She's getting the Chiefs custom water bottle. And she's getting the Chiefs Patrick Mahomes jersey if she wins the raffle. That's pretty good. Let's go, Jan. Let's go, Jan. MVP of today's stream thus far. Obviously, this is going to go through the entire month of February, so we're going to keep this running. But Jan substantially in the lead by $20. Let's go, Jan. I need some Jans spamming in the chat. Let's spam some Jans, and then we'll get a little Kyle Shanahan action for you going on this Chiefs report. Let's spam Jan. Let's spam it in the chat. Jan. Let's freaking go, man. I'll spam it with y'all. Let's go. Looks like we're the only one who wants to spam Jan. Crazy. There's Tony Fuentes. There's Paul Amos. Let's go. Jan again with a $10 super chat, firmly grasping hold of the lead and saying, this is my jersey. This is my Chiefs custom shirt. This is my custom Chiefs water bottle. This is mine. Let's go, Jan. $10, another 2 entries into the raffle as well. We appreciate you, Jan. Let's freaking go. Legendary things from Jan Rockefeller. Let's spam some Jans, and I think she deserves another Chiefs shop, so I'm going to get one going. Spam Jan. Jack, I'm going to tell you, she's done well. Let's give somebody a free entry for anybody who spams Jan. Most Jans spammed while I do my Chiefs shop gets a free entry courtesy of Jan. She gets 2 entries. She's going to give one away here. So without further ado, Jan. I see Paul. I see Tony. I see Chris. I see Paul. Keep spamming Jan a free raffle entry to whoever spams Jan the most. Chris Idle, Paul Timend, Paul D, Chris Idle, Paul Amos, Chris Idle. Spam those Jans. Time in the Buckeye. We see Paul. We see Chris. Spam those Jans. Spam it. Demon Angel, Paul, Chris, Timend, Demon, Tony, Paul. Paul, Chris Idle, Tony Fuentes, Demon, Paul, Chris, Tony. Let's go. Chris Idle, Tony Fuentes, Paul Amos, Chris, Tony, Paul, Demon, Chris, Tyman, Tony, Demon, Chris, and time. Jack, I don't know about you, but I think I was Chris Idle. I think Chris was by far he was spamming it pretty much in theory. So Chris Idle, we're going to give you a free raffle entry as well. So Chris and Tony, You're getting raffle entries for that. Appreciate y'all for your raffle entries. And then 10 for Jan. You got, what, 2 10s and a 20 now? So you're at 8 raffle entries for that Chiefs Patrick Mahomes Super Bowl jersey, along with you're the MVP right now for our custom Chiefs shirt, custom Chiefs water bottle, a lot of stuff. We appreciate you, Jim. All right, what do you want to hear from next? I think Kyle Shanahan was the one that we had gotten most of. So why don't we show the Kyle Shanahan clip here? He talked about, well, the field conditions. Is that this one? Yeah, the field conditions. Little complaining whiners of the 49ers. So, yeah, it's just every time there's something else to whine about. There's something else that they need to say. There's something else they need to do that. So, yeah, I know. It's crazy. But anyways, here's Mr. Kyle Shanahan on what's going on with the Niners practice field.
Are the practice field conditions annoying to have to deal with during a week in which you have so many obligations and it just becomes another distraction?
I mean, if I thought about it, but we're here, we're practicing, we'll keep it moving, and we'll be all right.
What's up, everybody? Hold on. My laptop is dying. There we go. I didn't want to lose y'all. There we go. All right. We're going to hear from Trey Smith next. But anyways, guys, we appreciate you. Kyle Shanahan, complainer? Whiner? If Kyle Shanahan's a whiner, type W. Type W while you watch Trey Smith.
That's pretty solid. Yeah, that's pretty solid. Yeah, that guy's rapping. But nah, yeah, Pop, man, he's different. Just the mentality, the passion, the anger that he runs with, being able to play with guys like that always got me motivated to do my job, make sure they can shine even better.
Trey, how was you 2 Super Bowls in 3 years? Last one from me. This game's a sequel. Do you have a favorite sequel movie, anything like that?
You guys put me on the spot.
We've had some of your teammates. Blake Bell went with Harry Potter. He's been watching. Joe Thuney went Lord of the Rings. Heard some guys bring up Rocky. What do you got?
Lord of the Rings is pretty good.
2 Towers and Return of the King. What's your favorite?
Return of the King. I got The Hobbit in there, too.
All right, Chiefs Kingdom, who you got? Trey Smith talking about Isaiah Pacheco, saying that, and his favorite movie sequel. That's pretty cool. What did he say? Did he go with Lord of the Rings after all? There was a lot going on. I believe he said Lord of the Rings. Do y'all remember? I believe it was Lord of the Rings. Well, the thing is, the question was great, but the problem is it was also at the back end filled with, like, this movie series, and this movie series. I don't know which one Trey actually said, though. Yeah. Anyway. Well, anyways, type those KCs for who you got. I see Paul Amos, Tony Fuentes typing in. We talked about Drew Tranquil. We're going to go through 3 clips here talking about the 49ers defense, talking about his transition to the Chargers, and Brock Purdy. Not in that order. I'm pretty sure it'll be Brock Purdy first, and then the Chargers, and then the defense. Correct. Brock Purdy, his transition from the Chargers to the Chiefs, and then the defense. Wallace Stone says, put me on top of $50 Super Chat. Let's go, Wallace. Let's go, Wallace. Jan, you got a challenger. That's 60. Wallace, not only are you on top of the MVP race for a custom Chiefs shirt and a custom Chiefs water bottle, 50, because it's the deal of the day, that's 10 entries into our raffle. 10 entries into our raffle. Jack, do you want to do me a favor real quick? $20 to tie, 30 to take the lead. 21 to take the lead. Okay, Jan, if you're still watching, 21 to take the lead back on Wallace Stone, 30 to break, 20 to tie, 21 to take the lead. There we go. Whoa. Do me a favor. Yeah. Can you go on to, you don't need to go anywhere, the Chiefs Drive. Can you go on there and make a doc and start putting in just names? I meant to do that, and I just no, I was just making sure. That's fair. Make sure, I just know that Chris Idle and Tony Fuentes, because I'm not going to see their super chats. Okay, sweet. Wallace, though. Oh, man. Let's go, Wallace. You're a legend, guy. You're a legend. Why don't we show him what they're trying to win here? Let's show you the Mahomes jersey, and then we'll show you the custom shirt as well. Yeah, I see it. Appreciate it, man. There you go. So there. Jan Rockefeller takes back the lead with a $50 super chat. Let's go, Jan. She said, forget 21. Forget 21. Let's go 50. Let's go 50. Yeah, she's at 90. And then he's 30, 60. So he's 30 away. 31 away from the lead, 30 for the tie. Oh my gosh. Jan and Mr. Wallace. And we're going to be live the next 2 days. This battle could last. Plus, never count out Ronald. Ronald Akers is one of the Chiefs Report's legends. He could always hop in and just take anything. But Jan Rockefeller, even if Ronald hops up, she has put herself firmly in front. Firmly in front. Oh, man. Let's go, Jan. Let's go. So Jan not only gets a lot more entries into the Chiefs jersey raffle, she also is now firmly ahead of Wallace Stone for the custom Chiefs shirt right here. Thanks, Jack. MVP and 24, you're going to customize that. That's going to be Rockefeller or Stone or Wallace or Jan, whatever you want to put on there. And the number of your choosing, we're going to put that. That'll be with you. We also have a custom Chiefs water bottle we'll put on that show tomorrow. We'll show you what that looks like as well. And then the Mahomes jersey, getting a lot of entries. It's the Super Bowl Mahomes jersey. Telling you, it's pretty good. It's pretty good. So if you want to get in, Jan is in firm lead for the custom Chiefs shirt and the custom Chiefs water bottle. But it only takes $10 to get 2 entries today for this Mahomes jersey. $10 is 2 entries. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. You only need 1 entry. The past couple raffles, we've had people with less than 5 entries win the raffle. And you can continue to continually put in more in there. So, yeah, that's pretty nice. We are going to go to our Drew Tranquil clips, unless anybody has anything else to send us our way. But we're going to talk about Purdy. He's going to talk about his transition from the Chargers to the Chiefs, along with what he sees from the 49ers defense. Let's show you all that right now.
I know Steve said all you have to do, turn on the tape. Brock Purdy's not a game manager. He's a game changer. What's kind of stood out to you about Brock Purdy and what he's been able to do in his first full season as a starter?
Yeah, it's wild. He's only in year 2. I don't know how he got the idea or the tag game manager. You look last week, he just finds ways to win. I think if you look at his record, he's probably off to one of the hottest starts any quarterback's ever gotten off to in the National Football League. He finds ways to win, whether it's with his arms. You look last week, I think he had 54 yards on the ground and extending plays. He's a really, really good quarterback. He's going to be a challenge.
He might not have a bazooka like Patrick Mahomes, but what are the difficulties with having to cover against a quarterback who has touch and accuracy to throw at that second and third level like him?
Well, he's got a great arm as well. He can throw the ball outside. He can throw it deep. He can throw it over the middle. I think of that third down. It might have been first down, but he rolled out and threw a use check on the sideline and kind of toe tapped it. But throwing across his body at different arm angles. He's very talented in his own regard.
Sure. It's been a few years with the Chargers and looking at the Kansas City Chiefs as a rival. What's it like to be a part of the Kansas City Chiefs now playing in the Super Bowl?
It's exciting. I remember walking in to sign my first day, and I'm like, I should not be here. What's going on right now? I've been wearing blue for the last 4 years, and now I'm in red. But I've grown a tremendous amount of respect for this organization, a lot of love for this organization, and what they've done for me and my family, and just thankful for this opportunity.
Kyle Shanahan's looked at as a very innovative, creative offensive mind, and they have a bevy of weapons from Deebo Samuel, Brandon Ayuk, George Kittle, and Christian McCaffrey, and Brock Purdy really likes to target the middle area of the field. What types of challenges does the Niners offense present your defense?
Well, I think to put it simply, they do a really good job of marrying their run plays to their pass plays. Specifically at the linebacker position, it's very hard to see the difference between a run play and the same play action off of that. they're able to get guys biting in the run game, and Brock does a great job getting the ball downfield to those playmakers. I think one of the biggest challenging things that they do well too is just their run after the catch. Across the board, you look at Christian, you look at George, you mentioned Ayuk, Debo, Juszczyk, Jennings, Ray McLeod. Like, they've got a lot of guys that can carry the ball after the catch, and tackling is going to be really important.
Gosh, I'm so glad he's on our team. Man, I appreciate you, Tranquil. I also appreciate Jan Rockefeller and Wallace Stone. Y'all are legends. Here's our super chat menu. I know that we got Wallace and Drew kind of going after the MVP. Are getting custom Chiefs gear, a custom Chiefs shirt, and a custom Chiefs water bottle. We're going to send that out to you. We'll ship it directly to you. So if you want to get in on that, right now the leader is Jan at $90. Also, if you want to get the Patrick Mahomes, $10 to get 2 raffle entries for the Mahomes Super Bowl jersey. I will make a deal here real quick. We have a mini boot, and we are $200 away for, excuse me, $200. We are $30 away from $200 on our live show. To my knowledge, the Chiefs, I know for this season, has never gotten $200 on a live show, besides actual watch parties. I don't know for sure, but I'm pretty sure on any Chiefs live show in history, they have never gotten $200. So, if we get $200, I would do a mini boot. And obviously, this is a long shot, but if y'all get to $300, I'll do an actual boot.
I'll do, oh, wow, that's really loud. Hello. I'll do if we get to $300, I'll do a Merbonga as well.
There you go. $300 is a Merbonga and a boot. $200 is a mini boot. So if somebody wants to send in 30, that's a mini boot plus you're getting onto the Chiefs Hall of Fame ball. You're getting, what's that? 6 raffle. Wallace Stone with a $50 super chat. Let's go, Wallace. Yeah, he's 110. He's ahead. He's ahead for both the custom shirt, the custom water bottle, and he just got a ton of raffle entries as well. A ton of raffle entries for that jersey. I'll do a mini boot now. It's the Jeremy's little... Have you ever seen that one? So. Hopefully. Yeah, that's fine. Oh, we'll get the mini boot, man. Wallace Stone. He says, need that jersey, Jan. Let's go, Wallace. Let's go. Oh, man, it's a party inside here. Oh, let's go, Wallace. Let's go. We're getting the mini boot out. Now, $80 away, and Jack's going to do a Merbonga, and I'll do a boot. Pretty crazy. Pretty crazy. So, we'll see. Hit that like. Martin's got it. He says, hit that like button. Hit that like button. This is a good time here. Man, if you don't know what's happening, Wallace is trying to get a custom Chiefs shirt and a custom Chiefs water bottle along with a ton of raffle entries. He's going to be a good shot to win that Chiefs Chiefs Patrick Mahomes Super Bowl jersey. So that's a good jersey there, Wallace. You're using it for some good here. Using for good use. I got you. I saw that. If you want to start just like putting it up there. We're getting some Creed Humphrey audio. We're going to put that on there. Does this make sense? I know. Let's go, Wallace. We got new audio, by the way. Creed Humphrey, we're going to be talking to him. Got a couple of new clips we're going to show with y'all in just a second. Y'all just hating on the Niners team. We're not hating. We're ready for a good game. And they're annoying me. Oh, Jan. Jan and Wallace going back and forth here. Shout out. Got our nice stout beer here. A little mini boot action. This is nice. Cheers to you, Mr. Wallace Stone and Jan Rockefeller.
Everybody type chug in the chat.
Let's go. Let's go. All right, we got some new audio. That's pretty nice. Shout out to Jan. Shout out to Wallace. If you want to get in on it, $10 for Mahomes jersey raffle. 10 is 2 raffles today. Already getting to me. MVP is a custom Chiefs gear. You got a custom Chiefs shirt and a custom Chiefs water bottle as well. A little tumbler type action. $20 you're going to get in the Chiefs Hall of Fame ball. So Wallace and Jan, you're on there a plenty amount of times. But Jack, we got Creed Humphrey out here. Let's listen to what he has to say here. Oh, nice. Okay, go ahead.
All right, so we have four new clips, all right? 3 from Creed Humphrey and 1 from San Francisco 49er Javon Hargrave, okay? So we have Creed Humphrey talking about the interior O-lineman on the Chiefs, I would believe. Creed Humphrey on O-line depth and Creed Humphrey on how Joe Thuney has mentored him.
Let's go. Joe Thuney, by the way, probably not playing.
And then we'll come back, we'll talk for a second, and then we'll go to Javon Hargrave talking about playing against the Chiefs.
Sweet. Let's hit it. Creed Humphrey then.
Yeah, we have a really solid group inside that is really close. We played a lot of football together, and they brought in 2 guys that are playing tackle for us now that have the same mentality. They want to be the best they can be. They're going to work to be the best they can be, and they've done a great job meshing well with us, and we built a lot of great chemistry throughout the season. Yeah, it's definitely important, and I feel the coaches and the front office have done a great job bringing in the right guys, and they've done a great job all season whenever their names are called. So, it's been a blast working with those guys this entire season. Yeah, Joe did a great job taking me and Trey under his wing. We had some really good veterans our rookie year that showed us the ropes, showed us what we needed to do, and can't say enough about Joe, man. He's a warrior. He's awesome to be around. He makes everybody around him better.
Listen, not having Joe Thuney is going to be a tough battle, but Creed Humphrey is a beast. And honestly, if Jason Kelce is done or not, in the comments that I've heard, it sounds like Jason Kelce's not actually going to retire. It's just with what he said. I expect Creed Humphrey to be the best center in the National Football League this year. And Jayberg with a $20 super chat before we get going here on Hargrave, right? Hargrave. He's going to talk about the Chiefs. Jayberg with a $20 super chat saying, I need more entries, my family, and the Chiefs Hall of Fame board. Also, can we give special Chiefs shop to Alonzo's 49ers? Niners troll. Chiefs get him. Chop to Alonzo's. Sure, if that's what you want, we'll give it. Alonzo's. Alonzo's. Let's go. Niners troll. What a loser. No. Okay, we're going to have more George Karlaftis, too. Alonzo's the troll. Alonzo's the troll. Alonzo's the troll. Alonzo's. I see what you're saying. Anyways, let's go to Hargrave. He talks about the Chiefs and kind of what he sees in the Chiefs offense and what he expects. So let's listen to what he says.
Your experience last year going up against Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs. Philadelphia had 70 sacks last year, 15 more than any team. You were a part of that with 11. No sacks in the Super Bowl, though. How does that experience kind of benefit you going into this game with this defense against Mahomes again?
We just know it's gonna take everybody. Patrick Mahomes and the offensive line gonna make it hard, but we just gotta play as a unit and rush together, and hopefully we can get them down.
That's a little more of a respectful answer than what I've heard from Nick Boska and Jed York. Just going to say that. Who you got in this game? Super Bowl 58, Chiefs, KC, Niners, SF. Want to see who we got in the chat. KC for Kansas City, SF for San Francisco. Let's see. Jay Berg says gold. Thanks, Jay Berg. We'll make sure to put you on the ball. Talking to the bosses here, should get that ball in next week. We do. Actually, Jack, you want to do me a favor real quick? There is a football right next to my desk. I don't want to use it today because it's a special Super Bowl ball that we will have for Super Bowl, and I want to only do names for that for the Super Bowl. But we have a special Chiefs Report Super Bowl ball where if you hang out with us on our watch party on Super Bowl Sunday, you can get your name on there. I want to show it to y'all real quick. It's right next to my desk on the right side. Thanks, Jack. I'll show y'all what y'all can get on if y'all hang out with us. Watch party hanging out this Sunday. Chiefs, Niners for Super Bowl 58. Man, pumped. Time Man's got SF. What are you doing, Time Man? Whoa. I know, it's nice. So if y'all hang out with us on Super Bowl Sunday, we're going to have a similar deal. The bosses told me, and I kind of agree, we want to have this special for Super Bowl 58, and so we're not going to do it on our live show. But this is kind of a preview of what our Super Bowl, what our Hall of Fame ball will look like when we get that next week. So here's the Super Bowl one, Chiefs Report. We're going to put a bunch of names on this on Super Bowl Sunday. I assume we're also going to raffle this off. So make sure you hang out with us this upcoming Sunday. And then again next Tuesday, we're going to have a live show. We're going to have more deals, and we potentially will be raffling this off. So make sure you hang out with us. On Sunday, we'll be live. I haven't decided what. Game's at 5:30 Central Time, so we'll be live here. Let's say at probably around 3:30. I'm going to say 2 hours before. So that's what we did last week. That's probably what we'll do this week. I will say the Niners channel, if they go live 3 hours before, I'm sorry. I'm not no wimp. I am not going to let them go live any before us. So if they go live 3 hours before, we're going to go live 3 hours before. Just going to say that right now. So we're going to do that. But hang out with us. We're going to fill up this ball with a bunch of names. But I do want to save this for the Super Bowl. Obviously, the bosses said it's a special Super Bowl ball. We do have a special one for our watch party, for our live shows like this. That's where Jan Rockefeller will have her name, while Stone will have her name, along with Jay Berg will also have his name on there. But here's kind of a preview of what we got going on right here, what it'll look like. Karlaftis. Okay. Yeah. I say today's been a good day. Let's do a 5-minute timer. If we get a clip in there, cool. If we don't, that's how long. Any super chat though will reset it. Go back to 5. So, in theory. Any $20. $20 or more. $20 or more, it'll reset it. Yeah. No. For $5, any $20 super chat will stay live for a little longer. That boosts it up. What's up, Ethan Bennington? A deal still holds. $300. Jack Stewart and Burbonga. I said I would do a boot. We are, honestly, I kind of had little faith in y'all, and we are $60 away. which Wallace or Jan Rockefeller could come in here and just make us $10 away within 2 seconds. So, thank God Ronald Akers isn't here. Otherwise, I'd be getting the boot right now. Ronald Akers would make me do that in seconds. By the way, a little spin action. I like what you got there, Jack. Let's put that on screen. Let's get the Chiefs injury. It's kind of a little update. Yeah, let's get a little Chiefs injury update. So, this will be a video out here in a second. Huh? 5 years. Isn't he like 30? Kind of long. What do y'all think? Jose Altuve, overrated? I think he's overrated. Joe Thuney, Willie Gay, Jerick McKinnon, and Kadarius Toney are the injuries that we had update. Do you have the tweet? Why don't we put the tweet up there? I think that's probably a better indication of like what's going on with all of them. Here it is. So All-Pro guard Joe Thuney, long shot that he'll be able to play. He missed the AFC Championship. Obviously that pack still really hang. Willie Gay is playing. Ethan Bennington, just a second. Kadarius Toney is healthy. Obviously it's personal reasons. And then for Jerick McKinnon, it's a slim chance for Jerick McKinnon. He's been on IR. It seems like Thuney and McKinnon won't play. Unfortunate. Looks like Kadarius Toney will. And then Willie Gay, we have that player card L3 quote for me. No, you're good. This is a free-flowing show here, Jack. We like to have fun on the Chiefs board. I know that Dolphins today, they're kind of losers and they lost to us in the first round, so they don't know like what it's like. I know. You don't know what it's like to win. You don't know what it's like to have fun on streams, but we just kind of have a free-flowing show. Anyway, here's what we say. Willie Gay is ready to go, and I'd put him down as active. This is from Nate Taylor, one of the reputable Chiefs reporters. So Willie Gay, safe to say he will play in Super Bowl 58. Looks like he's good to go, which is good because the defense is a really big part. Got about, 3 minutes left on this clock, a little under 3 minutes. Any $20 super chat will keep staying live. If we get an audio clip in this time, we'll show you that and we'll go off. Unfortunately, Chip, one of the guys who has been hanging out with us. Maybe we'll get one in, maybe we'll not. I don't know. So, what's up, LCJ Cole?
This is just, I just happened to see this as I was looking on social media for any updates. This is sports related, which is interesting. ESPN, Fox, and Warner Brothers are teaming up to launch a new sports streaming service, combining each company's sports rights.
Whoa, that's kind of cool.
So it'll be, it says...
So it's basically one cost for all the...
It says the service will be available to ESPN Plus, Hulu, and Max subscribers.
I have ESPN Plus.
That's interesting.
Jace, my opinion on Thuney. Ethan, good player, bad at a lot of stuff in life. Got to be honest. Not to trash him, but when he has the ball in his hands, Kadarius Thuney is a good player. I will fight for that. Marshall Green may say otherwise, but do want to say, we go down the road here from our Chat Sports HQ into Jerry's world. Things that Kadarius Thuney did in that stadium were wild. Did the Giants lose that game by 40? Yes. Did he have 200 yards on 10 catches? Also yes. If he can catch the ball. Correct, LCJ Cole. Ball in his hands, he's good. Problem is the ball in his hands is, let's just say I'm sitting here and I've thrown this ball, spun it, and I've not dropped it once. I think I've been on the floor 5,000 times. Man, I jinked myself. I dropped it. It's all right. We got one more minute. $20 super chat will stay live. Anything less, we appreciate you. But fortunately, we got all the clips kind of breaking in there. Jose Altuve, $125 million. That's not that much. Ugh. We'll take a little last check of these clips, but I think that's probably it. We appreciate you. I know Tony said he's got to go. Appreciate you hanging out. Let's get some KCs in the chat before we head out. Oh, get some KCs for who you got. Tell you what, I'm gonna grab this ball real quick. Hold on. Oh yeah, I think it's worth it at this point. We've been on live for a while. Had a good show. We'll be back live tomorrow. Wallace and Jan keep that challenge going over the next couple weeks. Into February we'll have that. I'm afraid to say I think Ronald will probably find out about this. So just be careful. He may come in here and drop hundos just like crazy. Of course, Will Markham also could do the same thing. So we'll see. But we appreciate y'all watching. Shout out to Justin Wallace. Right, Justin Wallace? Am I crazy? Wallace Stone. What am I saying? Wallace Stone. Jan Rockefeller, Wallace Stone. My apologies, man. I feel bad. We appreciate both y'all. Y'all are legends. Y'all are going to bet a bunch of raffle entries. We'll make sure to get those in. We'll see you tomorrow with more exclusive content. Like I said, our schedule continues here Wednesday. Tomorrow, we're going to have more on the Chiefs talking about the 49ers. Thursday, we're going to have more content. Hit that sub button. Trying to get to 52,000. We appreciate you, as always, Chiefs Kingdom.